Going on, everyone? Thanks for checking back in. Hope you guys have been out there getting it done and doing your thing. October's been pretty busy for us so far this year. A couple weekends ago, we had a Friday and Saturday night gigs, and so this video is going to be really more towards just your equipment and maybe more for newer people if you're just starting to get out there. So we go to play somebody's kind of a backyard bonfire party, and probably if you're a 4 or 5 piece band. I know you guys get hired to do these, but you're probably not too close to any fire, I guess. You're close enough, but you're probably not all too close. And you guys all know the smell. You go to a bonfire, you got the smell all over your clothes and your hat. I'll smell it in my hat, if I don't wash it for, a couple of weeks, So we've been here before. We go back. We're about, 20 yards back from the main fire. But the people who hired us were nice enough to give us a small little kind of portable fire pit thing next to us that wasn't supposed to give up a lot of smoke. And again, I always say this: if the people who hired us watch this is for new people gigging. We've been to your place before, and we did a show there before, and we hope we get called back again after the one a couple weeks ago. This is just FYI. It's not a complaint. So we do the show, and it was so cold that night. There were times I could barely hold on to the pick, so I threw a jersey glove on. And while the jersey glove was just too thick, I just could not. It was just too much. There were times, I hate to say this, I literally walked over to the fire, and I just had to just stop playing while Aaron was singing. I just had to stop playing and maybe just kind of beat on the guitar with my left hand. It got so cold sometimes. And then while I was playing, I made totally my mistake, but I just got myself close enough so my right hand could get a little heat on it. And it was so drastic to the guitar. I was using that Hummingbird Pro. And that's more of a laminate wood, so it reacts faster, I believe, if I get this right, than solid wood guitars, right? So that thing, I just heard it go out of tune as I was playing. I mean, literally, I'm playing, I just heard it. It's almost like I had a bender on, like a B bender or something, and just on all 6 strings, the thing just went out of tune. So that's how bad it was. Again, not a complaint. You just deal with these things. So for newer solos, duels, something like that, when you get into colder situations, which we've been in before, those might be some considerations. I may try to just get some type. My front hand seemed pretty good. It was just so stiff. I could barely even hold on to the pick and barely even get any. I was losing all dexterity and stuff. So, but anyways, that we were using our DBR10s. When we were there a couple years ago, we had our DXR10s. We used those, but our DBR10s that night, I used my Sennheiser E835, and to this day, because I haven't washed it yet and washed out the internal wind guard thing under the grill, it still smells like bonfire. So, anyways. Those are just some heads ups for you guys as to when you get in those situations. We dress for it and everything. I just wish I had a really, really thin and flexible glove to keep the chill off my hands. That's what I didn't have. And the guitar man that survived that night, we did a gig another night. We did a gig last night or last weekend with it too. Guitar survived. I didn't leave it near the heat too much. And it was so cold, even the little low battery light, it takes those 2 little CR2032s. If you heard me before, those things will last forever. Like, we gig a lot. It seems like, if I'm not misspeaking here, we've actually got like a year out of those, a couple 2032s. So those are just awesome pickup systems. The ePerformer, something Shadow ePerformer, Shadow out of Germany or something. But anyways, the CR2032s, man, last forever. So, or 3032s, whatever they are. I'm sorry. So, but anyways, the low battery light was flashing. The guitar going out of tune. That guitar has been great after that. I've not even changed the batteries in it. I got spares in the case, of course, but not even changing batteries. It's been good. So, anyways, your equipment's gonna smell like stuff. We went up with the same gear except for different speakers, and I used a different mic the next night. We opened everything up, but it still smelled like bonfire. So anyways, that stuff all phases out, but that's just to hit it up for new guys. We dress warm for the weather. I've been in that situation before, but I failed to just have some really thin, flexible glove on. So let's talk about the very next night. Very next night was out of town for us about 40 minutes or so, something like that. And it was at a reception center, and I'll put some pictures in here in a little bit. But it was at a reception center, and there was I think at first supposed to be 350 people, I think, but then they had something else going on in town that took we had a wedding or something, took some people out. So it was told we had about 300 or something at one point. So I got some pictures of the stuff right at the end, right when it was just starting to like fizzle out and stuff. But that's kind of like it was a big place, a big hall, right? But the stage that they had for us, again, people who booked us, watch us, not a complaint, something we deal with. This is informational for maybe beginners. We had it was a big place covering a lot of people, but we had a really small stage. We used the same gear as we did at the smaller 20-25 person bonfire. The same gear, except for we did not use the DBR10, Yamaha DBR10s as mains. We used the DXR12 Mark IIs as mains up there. And instead of me using the Sennheiser 835, I used Shure SM57 as my vocal mic that night. Why? I don't know, because I felt like it. And so that was, other than that, you know, same mixer, same floor monitor, same gear, same setup. We just swapped, you know, just speakers, bring the right rig for the gig type thing. So anyways, let me throw in a picture here for you real quick. You'll see what I'm talking about on how a little bit of the stage and stuff is really small compared to the size of the place. So right here is, I think, right after we got set up, before anybody got there to do their betting and stuff. You see the QSC monitor on the floor, the DXR12s up there. Same picture a little bit closer. You see how small the stage is. We had to actually throw our mixer on the ground and couldn't step back too far without stepping on cables. Unfortunately, it looked kind of sloppy. I think the person who organized it's up there talking at the end of the night, so I snuck away and got a picture real quick. So I don't know how many people were left. I got some of these pictures of people as the night was finishing up. Yeah, so that was that reception center. It was like one of those casino things where they bring in all the tables and everything, and the people's names that run the tables for you, and stuff like that. They bring all these in. They set it up like casino, but it's a fundraiser deal for a local school district up there. So that's what that was about. So you should be able to see the tables and stuff right there, and I'm going to put some more stuff in. We did use our rock and roller cart that night. It was a pretty cool load in. I don't know if I showed you yet, but there's the people. There was a big van out there, U-Haul van, I think it was. Had all the tables, and I guess it's a big production for them. They come in, they go place to place, and they set these places up to look pretty much just like casino inside. And they got their people there running it, and then out they go. Another thing I want to tell you too is, we have plenty of sound, plenty of volume availability, and by all rights, we were more. Once I got there, I figured out we were more background, because obviously people are, doing their thing. I guess just all the car games and the craps and stuff like that. People's doing their thing, and so we're more background in that particular place. But the folks running the tables and stuff near us on the left and right side, and kind of a little bit right in front of us, like right before we started, I told them, I said, listen, we don't have a heck of a lot of options here on where to put our speakers. I don't want them to be blaring in you guys' ears, and I know you guys don't want that. And this lady over here, I told her the same thing. So I said, if something's up, I said, just let us know. We'll do what we can to correct it. But yet we still need to fill the place with sound. So I said, you got your job, we got ours. But I want to work with you here, and I don't want it to be bad. And I told them, I said, I already put the speakers up. Try to get the cabinets up over the average person's head, especially the horns. And there's a lot of traffic around there too. So we were really trying to keep a close eye on the tripod stands. We had to keep them back far enough. We didn't want them to be a trip hazard to anyone. And then on top of that, we didn't want them to be too far enough to produce any feedback and stuff for us. So anyways, there was no feedback or anything. that night, and there were no complaints from the people. So we had them up high enough, and I mean the people's just to the left and right of us. So luckily the sound shooting out wasn't too much blaring in their ears. So, anyways, I think I got a couple more pictures I'm going to be able to roll in here and hopefully be able to talk to a little bit. Thanks for checking in. You guys be good, do good shows. God bless you, and we will catch you next time. Be good. All right, so I took this one kind of at the end of the night. Most of the people had fizzled out. There's still tables behind me. Over to the left and behind me is tables where the buffet was and everything. Just another picture here. Once everybody left right before the production crew started tearing down these casino tables. Same thing with the stage there. If you look by the guitar there, see the cluster wires under the Ace of Hearts there. Yeah, it was just a cluster. Obviously, once stuff is torn down, our gear's off the stage there. Tables are ready to be wheeled out to the truck. And yeah, that's what it looked like going out, pushing everything out for the night. There's that U-Haul van they were loading the stuff into, and just another view there. So yeah, it was a nice little production. So you guys take care, man. Thanks for watching us. We will catch you next time.